In today's section of Kya Hai Ye Kyun Hai Ye, we will have a bit longer discussion. We will discuss the fundamental and a less talked about relationship between capitalism and state. Thereby, we will try to trace the difference between capitalism, socialism, and communism. The difference between capitalism and communism is very visible because the contrast is such. But to understand the difference between socialism and capitalism or communism, we have to have a basic understanding of the relationship between capitalism and state. As we know, capitalism is based on market. Market runs on contract, and contract needs a definite authority that can enforce that contract on a sizable territory and on a wider population. That definite authority is state. Thus, the rise of capitalism, ironically, because the ideology of capitalism promotes the idea of freedom the most. Ironically, the rise of capitalism gives rise to a space where a strong nation state is required. Actually, our transition from a feudalistic society to a nation state is very much bridged by the rise of capitalism. Now we'll come to next term in our discussion, which is socialism. Socialism uses the apparatus of state to bridge the gap between people who have resources, people who are the owner of means of production, and people who do not have resources. So socialism is more or less a policy direction for a state, while communism is an antithesis to this to the capitalism. Thus, communism opposes the idea of existence of state. Communism supports the idea of community, the ownership of community. By knowing this difference, we can easily understand why communism supports a fragmented space rather than a bigger country.